everyone, welcome back to Kirsty Colour and Sketch. I've got a fun tag today. Colour me stress free, tag me in this video. She'd originally seen it on a YouTube channel called Chloe Rose Art, so that's where the idea originated from. But she did decide to bring this one over to the colouring community, which is really fun when there's a really different tag video. It's really fun, and there's 50 questions in this one, and it is called the TMI Tag, 50 useless facts. So whilst I'm answering these 50 super interesting questions, I'm going to be colouring in Johanna Basford's Worlds of Wonder, and I'm going to be doing this page. I'm going to be doing a pointillism technique on this one, so little small dots everywhere, and it's for part of Colouring Chat with Sammy's colouring checklist challenge. So just in case you wonder why I'm colouring in with dots, it's the pointillism technique. And in case you're curious, I am using these Triplus Broadliner pens by Stedler. So yeah, let's get straight into the questions. I'll just pick my pen that I want to use and then we'll get going. Let's zoom in a bit. I'm going to do this one here. So the first question is, what are you wearing? Well, I am wearing my black jeggings. I'm wearing a khaki green Mickey Mouse top, and I'm wearing my Doc Martin boots. Next one, ever been in love? Of course. Only the once. Me and my partner are childhood sweethearts, so we've been together since we were 14 years old. So that's a very long time. Ever had a terrible breakup? No, I'm still with the only person I've ever been with. How tall are you? Now, I think the last time I got measured, I was 5'5.5", and I have to get that half in there, and it cracked me up because Debbie said she was 5'5.5" as well, and I thought, how strange. So the next one is, how much do you weigh? I'm embarrassed to say this one, because lockdown has not been kind to me. But I actually threw my scales out in a rage, so I can't tell you an updated one, but around 5 months ago, I was around 12 stone 6, which is a lot heavier than my normal weight. My normal weight is 10 stone. That's what I'm happier to start. That's my healthy weight zone area. So yeah, this girl needs to drop 2 stone. Lockdown has not been kind. Any tattoos? Just the one. I have this one. This is my eldest daughter. Now I did want to have 4 more children, but I do not want to have names all the way up my arm. I think it's just not for me. I just don't like that personally. So I'm trying to think up a way of a tattoo that resembles all my children. So I was thinking maybe a tiger and some tiger cubs, something like that. I would love something like that, but I am a wimp, and when I had this one done, I started feeling a bit faint, and it actually gave me a lollipop to suck on to get some sugar, a sugar rush, and that obviously is a tiny tattoo compared to what I want. So it does, that does terrify me a bit. Any piercings? At the moment, I only have my ears pierced, but I don't have them on. I don't have them in because my body does not react well to piercings. It just doesn't. When I was younger, my mum took me to the doctors because my ears had really swollen up, and they seemed to think I was allergic to gold. But it's not, because I've had all sorts of different metal in my ears, and everything makes them swollen and itchy, just any kind of anything I have in there. And when I was younger, I did very stupidly have my eyebrow pierced, which is a fun fact that not many people know. I had to sit in isolation in school because I refused to take it out. But yeah, that ended up having to be took out because that didn't go down well either with my body. It was just, everything gets infected and swollen and it just doesn't settle down ever. I also had my nose pierced at one point. Again, the same thing with that. So yeah, my body does not like piercings. That's all I will say. Because I couldn't have been any cleaner. You know, when they tell you to clean them and all the aftercare I was doing, but my body just, it doesn't like them. It doesn't like piercings. So the next one is, no, it's got the abbreviation OTP. And I had to Google what this meant. Now, apparently, when you have to Google an abbreviation, you know you're old, don't you? But I had to Google this, and it means one true pairing, a couple you're emotionally invested in, or think are meant to be together. So I'm guessing that's like a celebrity couple. I suppose it could be your mum and dad or whoever, a best friend who you aspire to. But I'm going to take that as it being a celebrity couple. And the two couples, I've picked two couples because I couldn't choose. But the two couples I've picked are mainly for the longevity of the relationships. So the first one is Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne. Now, obviously, they've been together for a very long time, since they were really young. And they've been through so much together, you know, highs and lows. I'm well aware that there's been lows in the relationships. But they've stood the test of time, you know, they've not given up, they've worked through things, and yeah. And the other one is former football manager Harry Redknapp and his wife. Because they're super cute. You might not know who they are, but they're super cute together. And again, they've been together since they was young. Probably childhood sweethearts as well, I think. So that would be mine. Favourite show? Well, at the minute, it's got to be the only one that I'm watching, which is, well, it's finished now. It's just finished. I watched the last one last weekend, but it was The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But that's gone off now, so I need to find something else. Next one is favourite bands. So I'm a bit of a rocker and heavy metal as well. I was laughing listening to some of Call Me Stress Free's answers. But when I was younger, I had the Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, Slipknot, Avril Lavigne, everything like that. But now, I really like Muse. They're probably one of my favourites. So Muse for my favourite. And then I do love a bit of Rammstein. If you don't know who Rammstein are, they're German. And then I do like a bit of Mudvayne, particularly the song that comes on the film, the Ghost Ship film, at the start of the movie. Love that one. So yeah, I do like a bit of Coldplay too, actually, in Foo Fighters. Coldplay and Foo Fighters. Next one, something you miss. That's a tough one. I do miss people just popping round to the house. You know, I never thought I'd ever say that, but yeah, I do miss people just popping in. Especially on birthdays, because normally we always have a house full on the children's birthdays when all the family will come round, and we literally are all squashed in the living room together normally on birthdays, and it's really lovely. But to be able to do that again will be amazing. Next one is favourite song. Favourite song. I don't think I can pick an absolute favourite. Oh, that's a hard one. If we're going off Muse, who I've said I'm a big fan of, then I do really like the song Plug-in Baby. I like that one. Yeah, we'll go for that one. And that's quite an old song, that one, actually. How old are you? I am 33, and I'm shocked I've remembered that, because sometimes I have to check my own Facebook to check how old I am, because I do forget. I find that when you get past around 25, the 25 mark, you do stop counting. You do stop keeping track of your age, or is that just me? But yeah, I am 33. Zodiac sign, I am a Cancer. So that means I'm super sensitive. I'm loyal. I'm very in tune with working people out and getting vibes from people, be it good or bad. A lot of the time I get bad vibes from people, to be honest. I'm very empathetic as well, so I feel everybody's feelings, or I think I do. It's a very strange one. Quality you look for in a partner. It's definitely caring and to be able to look after you. I think that's the top one. They've got to care about you, definitely. Favourite quote. I don't have any quotes that I like. I don't even know any quotes. I've never had a quote like that, something I like or that resonates. No, I do not remember them. Let's put it that way. I don't remember things. If it was to be anything, it'd be off Star Wars, May the Force be with you, and that's about it. That's not a quote, but that's as far as you're getting off me. Favourite actor. So I've got a few. I can't give just one because, yeah. So favourite actor is definitely Robert Downey Jr. Definitely, absolutely love him. And he's a bit easy on the eye as well. And actresses, it's got to be Milla Jovovich. Now, if you don't know who Milla Jovovich is, she played one of the lead roles in my all-time favourite movie, The Fifth Element. So she played Lulu. She's a brilliant actress, absolutely brilliant. I loved her in that. And she did the Resident Evil movies as well. And she was brilliant in those. Yeah, so that's Robert Downey Jr. and Milla Jovovich. Favourite colour. This does change, but it's got to be pinks, purples, and like a teal colours. Loud music or soft music? Definitely loud, especially when I'm in the car. Yeah, especially when I'm in the car. But I am paranoid as well, so I say loud, but it's not really that loud. And then when I pull up at the lights at a junction, I always turn it down because I'm paranoid that if an emergency vehicle comes, I wouldn't hear it. So when I pull up at a junction, I always turn my music down. It's just something I've always done. So the next one, where do you go when you're sad? It depends how sad. If I'm totally distraught, I'll just go to bed. I'll just go and get in bed and get under the covers and cry myself to sleep like a big drama queen. But if it's not so bad, if it's just a bit of a crappy day or whatnot, I will come here and I will colour. Yeah. How How long does it take you to shower? That depends again. That depends whether I'm getting in just for a quick shower if I've got to be anywhere, or if I just want a quick shower because I'm on my way to bed and I just want to go to sleep. Then I can be in and out in 10 minutes. But if I'm really going in to warm myself up, to warm my back up, and I just don't want to get out, I can be in there for half an hour. Easily. Easily. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Not very long. It used to. I used to give myself an hour to get ready in the morning, but no, not anymore. About 5 minutes for myself. My daughter on the other end is about 2 hours. But yeah, ever been in a physical fight? Not really a fight. I'm not a fighter. I shy away from anybody, any confrontation, and I run in the opposite direction. But when I was around, oh gosh, 13, 14, there used to be this girl that bullied me terribly in school. And one day I was walking home from my boyfriend's house, back home, and she was there with a gang of her friends and her older brother's friends. So there was a mix of boys and girls. And this girl, who I didn't even know, who was just an acquaintance of the one I went to school with, grabbed my hair and scragged it back. Now, as I say, I weren't a fighter, so I didn't do anything back. I just got away and then I ran. I ran the rest of the way home. Luckily, I was a really fast runner because there were girls and boys in that group of people. And they did chase after me, but they didn't catch me because I was fast. Haha. So that's that one. Yeah, not really a fight so much. But I did get my hair pulled. The next one is turn on. Now, I'm gonna guess this is like things that are a turn on to you, which is a bit definitely TMI. But I'm just gonna go for kindness as a nice way, not a sexualized way. Kindness. And then for turn off, I'm gonna have to say vanity. So men that are vain, oh, I can't stand it. You know, the ones that love themselves. Ugh, no. There's ones that look after themselves, which, you know, I don't mind. And then there's the ones that absolutely love themselves and are up their own bums. No. Can't be doing with any of that. And the next one is the reason I joined YouTube. So the reason I joined YouTube was thanks to Colour Me Stress Free, Debbie. And yeah, she was the one who gave me the confidence to do my first video. I was just watching it first. I was watching her live streams and I was thinking, no way will I ever do that. No way will I ever put a video out. Not in a million years. And I did end up doing, and I enjoyed it. So yeah. Fears. My fears are drowning and spiders. I'm absolutely terrified of drowning. I'm not a strong swimmer at all either. I can doggy paddle, but that's it. I can doggy paddle and I can probably float on my back, but that's it. I'm not a strong swimmer at all. Last thing that made you cry. You know what? It was probably just exhaustion from the kids. That's when I normally cry, when I've got like a burnout. Yeah, it probably was that. It was probably exhaustion. Last time you said you loved someone. So this was just as I put my children to bed. So my little boy and my little girl, Hazel and Casper. Next one is meaning behind your YouTube name. So my YouTube name when I first started was originally Colouring K, and then as I started getting further and further into my journey, that's when I started doing a bit of sketching and a bit of dabbling in other art things. And then I realised that Colouring K, you know, it wasn't really fitting for the channel. So then I switched it to Kirsty Colour and Sketch, because as well as colouring, I was also sketching or painting, etc, etc. So that's where that got changed. So you might notice if you've watched any of my older videos back, that's why it says Colouring K on there, which you might notice. Last book you read. I do not read. I do not read. I've got 5 children and I just do not have the time or patience to sit and read a book. I really, really don't. And the next question is the book you're currently reading. Well, I'm not. I'm not reading any books. So that's that question out the window. The last person you talked to. So that was my partner. So he comes to meet me at 3 o'clock on his work break. So he meets me at school and he sits in the car with our little boy while I go and get the other 2 out of school, because my 4-year-old likes to do a runner. And at the minute we have to park on the main road, because the car park that we normally use is being used for a vaccination centre. So they have to keep it COVID safe and parents aren't allowed to park in there. So I'm on the main road and my little girl has no sense of danger whatsoever. She'll run straight out into the road and she's got this thing of just bolting at the moment. So I've been running after her. Honestly, I'm so unfit as well and I have to bolt after her. She's so fast as well. She's only 4. She's so fast. But sometimes he will, my partner will go and get her. So we sort of take turns a little bit on who is doing the running. So that was the last person that I spoke to. The relationship between you and the person you last text. So the last person I text, as in a proper text message, was Colour Me Stress Free. And our relationship is that we're good friends. We met at the nursery that our daughters both went to together. And the rest is history. Favourite food. Oh, you know what? This is so hard. Favourite food. You're gonna think I'm so strange, but I do kind of like mango. I really, really love mango. And I'm not very good at cutting it up either. And you can get it pre-cut and packed, ready to eat in my local supermarket. So I do tend to get that one because I'm really pants at trying to cut mangoes. So if you've got any tips for cutting mangoes, drop them down below. But yeah, it's quite a boring one, isn't it, that? Mangoes. Place you want to visit. I'm not one for wanting to go abroad. I went abroad quite a lot when I was younger. And then as I've come into adulthood, I've not been abroad. And it's not really something that I would like to take the kids. But it's not something I've really wanted to do. Just because I think that with the 5 kids, especially with 2 of them having additional needs, I do feel like it wouldn't be a holiday going abroad. I feel like it'd be stressful. But yeah, if I did go anywhere, I would want to take the kids to Disney World. But yeah. The next one is last place you were. So that was at school, picking my children up. Do you have a crush? Well, I've been with my partner for a very, very long time. So, obviously my partner, but other than that, Robert Downey Jr. Sorry, Rob. He already knows. He already knows. It's the reason I like watching Iron Man and all the Marvel films. And I think one of my daughters secretly likes him too. So there'll be a fight for him. Last time you kissed someone. So that was just when I put my little girl and my little boy to bed. So I always give them a kiss night, the little cuties. Last time you was insulted. Oh, this is so funny. I've been getting quite a lot on my YouTube channel at the minute. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who I've offended, but I have got quite a few rude comments lately. But I am just going to read you one out because it cracked me up. It cracked me up. This comment I just received about 2 hours ago, and it was on a video from 7 months ago. So a video I posted 7 months ago, and on it, it was like, you might remember it, it was the video I did for if you're new to colouring. So I listed all the supplies that was available with a low budget, middle budget and high budget cost to them. So you might remember that. And then I put in the comments section underneath, I put, what advice would you give to new colourists? So this person has commented under that saying, in capital letters, OMG, figure out your sound. Why is your opening music so loud my ears bleed, and you're talking so low even dogs can't hear it? Figure it out. People are so rude. But I don't think, you know, obviously I just laugh it off because I just think, gosh, where do people get this from? Because I do actually agree. Like, my intro was really loud. It needed coming down the volume on it. But that was the only thing. So I agree, but why can't they put a nice comment? Like, why can't they just put, brilliant video, your intro was a tad loud, or your intro was very loud, or something like that. But they have to write it so rudely. I don't it is so rude. I really don't understand how people get off. But that's not the first rude comment I've had. I've had quite a few recently. Like, people commenting on my videos saying, "What? Oh my god, what's the point?" and stuff like that. Oh dear. You have to laugh though. You have to laugh it off. Favourite flavour of sweet. So I don't know whether this is like a dessert, as in a dessert you'd have like a dessert after a meal, or a sweet as in, we call sweets like candies. So if it's a sweet as in a dessert, it's got to be apple crumble and custard. Definitely. Definitely for me, that's my all-time favourite. Next question is, what instrument do you play? I do not play any instruments. I am not talented in instruments. Not in the slightest. If I wanted to learn anything, it would be the piano. It would definitely be the piano if I wanted to put my mind to something. Because I do really love piano or keyboard. Those sorts of things. What is your favourite piece of jewellery? Now I've got two. The first one is a necklace that my partner bought me. So I'll just try and get it on here. So this is it. Oh, timid. It's this one here. And this is special to me because my little 4-year-old, my daughter Hazel, she was actually born on my birthday. So I was in hospital with her on my birthday, and he brought this to the hospital for me on my birthday and on my daughter's birthday. So I put this on in the hospital and it made him feel close to me. You know how it is when your partner has to go home from the hospital and you have to stay in, and you're like, oh, it's so boring. And like, I have social anxiety anyway, so I never spoke to any of the other women on the ward. Yeah, so it was super special, and I wear this every day. I never take it off. It's on me at all times. And the second one is a bracelet that, again, my partner bought me one Valentine's Day. And this is a Pandora bracelet. It's only got a few charms on it. I've got a little love heart, another love heart one. I've got one with my children's initials, but he bought this before we had our youngest child, Casper, so I do need to get another with his initial on. But they're the children's initials. But this bead here is the one that's special to me. Now, my youngest child, Casper, I breastfed him for 14 months. And this is a breast milk charm. So some people find it gross, but you know, I found it so special to breastfeed him for so long, and I just wanted a little keepsake. So this is like a little charm, and it's got glitter inside it as well. You might be able to see. And I just love it. I absolutely love it, my little milk charm. So it's reserved in there. Absolutely love it. So that's that one. Next is last sport you played. I'm going to say running, because that's what my daughter makes me do every day, run after her. So I'm going to go for that one because I don't play sports. But yeah, she makes me run, so we'll go for that. Next one is, where are we? I've lost it. Last song you sung. Oh, I don't even know. I have the bands that I like to listen to, and then when I'm in the car on the way home from school, I just have the radio on, so it's normally what's in the charts. So I really cannot remember. It will be anything that's in the charts at the moment, what plays on the radio. Yeah, I cannot remember. The last song that I actually played on my phone, it was last week, and I found it on YouTube, was the Rammstein Rise Arise. Or Rise Arise. It means rise. Rise in English anyway. But it's German. Next one is favourite chat up line. Oh, come on, I don't have any. Social anxiety queen over here. I've never had chat up lines. Never in a million years would I approach anyone with a chat up line. So I've never used them either, which is the next question. When was the last time you used it, was it? Or have you ever used it? So no, I don't have any chat up lines, and I've definitely never used any. Last time you hung out with anyone? Gosh, I can't remember. I cannot remember. Pre-COVID. Pre-COVID it would have been, other than my other half. But friends hanging out, no. Pre-COVID it will be. Absolutely ages ago. I can't even remember. How sad is that? Who should answer the questions next? So I would like to tag to do this video Colouring Kid. I would like to tag Shannon Chopping Hayes. I'd like to tag Lavella's Colouring and T's World of Adult Colouring. So those 4 ladies, if you would like to do it. If you don't, that's totally fine. I know there's some pressing questions in the mix of that bag of 50 questions. Please do give this video a massive thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. See you in the next one. Bye.